We are having this chat in September, but it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and it will before too long. We have ladies here from Shine On Chillicothe getting ready to talk about what you're seeing behind us, the decorating of Yoctangee Park. Details coming up in a bit. But first, this from our friends at Pickaway-Ross Career and Technology Center Adult Education.
Find a career you love with Pickaway-Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway-Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
When we saw the Christmas tree at the south entrance to Yoctangee Park coming down just a few short weeks ago, I thought, oh my, what are we going to do for Shine On Chillicothe? You guys already had a plan in this, and we're going to explain. Lisa Wayland is with us, and also Nancy Gomez. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Sure thing. Shine On Chillicothe, of course, is a 501c3 organization that loves to have your donations, so we'll tell you how to do that here in just a bit. But you put on a really good show for us during the holidays and have for the last several years. Thank you for that.
Well, thanks to the community, we are still able to do that. Yes, it's a lot of festivities. That's a lot of work, but honestly, none of this would take place without the community support that we have, and we receive so much already. So we're very grateful for that.
For people who don't know, what's it take to put something like this on? What kind of budget do you need to have to put on a show like what we're seeing displayed behind us?
We actually have two major expenses we consider our biggest expenses, and that would be, excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, our lighting contractor out of Columbus, Light Up Columbus.
You're Shine On.
All right, we are. It's called Light Up Columbus, and they provide a lot of the larger displays. Those are leased rather than owned. So that's our number one expense, our largest expense. And second to that would be our electrical contractor who, without her, and she's also she's an active member of our committee, but she's not a voting member of our committee due to the conflict of interest. But without her, we would be lost because none of us know anything about electricity. So that would be our second major expense. And we start fundraising in January because we have to have things in place way before Shine On lights up the park. So it's an all-year working thing with our committee. We conduct some major fundraisers. Nancy chairs one of our biggest fundraisers. Actually, it is our biggest fundraisers. I'll let her talk a little bit about that. That helps us put up some more lights every year.
Well, every May we have we call it the fundraising dinner, but it's held at the Poorhouse, and it's $100 a ticket. And we fill every table in the place, and we have a 4-course meal with a cocktail or wine to complement every
course
that we have. Yes, thank you. And it's just a lot of fun. Everybody dresses up, and 2 years ago we had Santa come in and do a little entertaining. That was fun.
That was so fun.
That is our biggest. We raise about $10,000 with the dinner.
Mm-hmm. And also, I just want to throw in that just to keep the community aware. We try to put this out in the public, but it still seems like not everybody is aware that we are not funded by the city of Chillicothe, even though our display happens to be in a city municipal park.
But there is great cooperation.
There is. Oh my goodness, Absolutely. They are such great partners for us. And I was going to say they're huge for us. They do give us each year. We have a donation from them. But they also, the in-kind donations are just amazing because they help us get Santa's house moved to where it needs to be before Santa arrives. We couldn't do that without them. They help us with the stakes and the tree walk Christmas that people love so much, where they sponsor a tree. Their in-kind donations to us is just amazing. So they're huge partners with us. But a lot of people think they fund us completely, and they don't. We still depend only on community donations, fundraisers, and grants. We've been better at writing grants and getting some funding that way too.
Yeah, we were talking at the beginning of this that the Christmas tree, the evergreen that has been used in previous years, has been removed. Yes. And the reason for that is because it was so brittle. Mm-hmm. Every time you try to decorate it, it's a wonder it didn't buckle under the weight of the lights.
Yep.
True. Our electrical contractor would tell us every year, because she was the one up in the bucket truck decorating it. And she'd say, we're not going to be able to do this next
this
year.
is the
How many
last
years
year.
did she say that?
Probably
this is
3
the last
years.
year.
We pushed it.
We really did, and it did need to come down, as sad as it is. It was a beautiful, huge tree, but the city had the insight to see that this was happening, and they planted another one several years ago behind it. Nobody ever noticed it because it was overshadowed.
I didn't notice it until the tree was gone.
That's right. I didn't either, and I'm down
And
there
I think
all the time.
it'll grow better now that the big tree doesn't shadow it so much. But it's only about 6-7 foot tall, and it's not big enough to be our spotlight. So we had an additional expense this year and thought we have to have a tree. And we considered a couple different options, one of which was let's cut a tree, have a tree cut kind of like what they do at the courthouse and somehow erect it there and decorate it. But then we decided that if we get an artificial life-looking tree that is computerized, and our lighting contractor kind of pitched this to us, it's a display that can take the place of the tree while it grows, the live one, and we could also move it down into our display in years to come and have another beautiful display that can be part of our big display.
And if it's close to the water, tell you, one of the things going out at night is the reflections of the lights off of the Yoctangee Park Lake.
Yes.
It's just beautiful.
Yes. As you're driving down Water Street, it is beautiful.
Yeah, it certainly enhances the display.
It does. And the pictures that we see afterwards that people have taken on our social media that they post, it's just amazing to see that reflection. So you're right. That lake is a big part of our display. It really is.
So when Christmas Tree Junior grows up, you'll be able to move it to another location.
Exactly.
And then we'll be ready to rock and
Yes,
roll, so
right.
to speak.
And we fundraised for this new tree. It was very expensive. But we had a fundraiser for it because we wanted to own this tree. We didn't want to lease it year after year after year. And that's one of the things that we're working toward, is trying to take ownership more of our displays. And storage is a problem with that. Our current lighting contractor has a huge warehouse, and he stores everything that we lease. When you own your own displays, you have to provide storage for it and maintenance and all the stuff that he does for us. So we're learning as we go, and we little by little. And the city is currently looking for a larger space for us. Another thing that they do for us in helping out. Yeah, because the park renovation is going to eventually take over where we're storing. We're not in the armory anymore. We used to be in the armory, and then they gave us a little building outside the armory that is actually a big building. And it holds everything we have right now. But as we think about owning displays in the future, we have to always consider where are we going to put that, so.
Right. Because you do own like the Santa chair and
We do.
some of the other displays that people
We do.
see.
And the Shine On sign that sat on the bank right in front of the caboose last year, we own that. And each year we try to take any leftover funds that we didn't need to meet our budget. We use those, and in January and February, we get a huge discount through our vendor that we purchase displays if you order through only up to February. And that's what we use the extra money. We buy new displays that we own and that we can keep in the park.
Right.
Other than the tree, will there be any new additions this year? Or have you...
That was such a big
The
expense.
big tree is our new addition this year, yes.
Yes. And we had enough money left over to put half down on that tree. So then we decided, well, we'll just start a fundraising effort early on and let people know what happened. The tree came down. We had to purchase another one just so we have that light up spectacular evening still. And so that's been very successful, and people have listened and helped and chipped in. And so that all of our extra money kind of went to that.
Yeah, it's understandable. But I tell you, from what everybody has seen in recent years, it's like, wow, this is so cool. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
And don't change anything.
Yeah. Our goal is to light up the whole park. So just know that if we can just sustain this year after year, we try to add more displays every year so people notice, oh my gosh, you have this now. Yeah. And eventually, and with the upgrade in the electrical system, which is very antiquated right now, we have the capacity, once it's all finished, to grow and expand.
Yeah. I really have enjoyed the extra trees that were put down by the nonprofits, that you have the walkway down inside the park.
Nancy can
That's
tell you some
that's our
things
tree
about
walk,
that.
and we have added more trees this year. So we are selling 100 trees. They are $100 each, and it is the chance for whoever buys a tree to come in and decorate it how they want. We do have some rules on our registration. It has to be tasteful. And they have to be LED lights, but otherwise the ornaments have to be connected to the branches, wired, or zip ties. But otherwise, it's fun to walk through there and just see the different displays and how people, there are memorials for those who have passed away. There are churches. There are just a lot of different displays, and it's a lot of fun.
And that is just now taking shape. People have been asking. We typically put out a private message to the people who have purchased trees in the past, like our previous donors, and let them know we have trees if you want to order a tree again. That part of it is over. They've been notified about 2 weeks ago. So the live, which goes on our social media pages, information about the tree walk is going out probably within the next day or so. And registration is online again, and payment is accepted through Venmo, PayPal, and
Credit card.
Credit card. And just a little note, if you do see that on our website and you get on to register, please do not bypass the payment part, because your tree is truly not registered until the payment is received.
So it's got to go through.
It has to, yeah. Just make sure you go all the way down to the end of the form once you fill it out, and it's a simple little process to register. But at the bottom, you'll see a link that connects you to the payment option. So that's how you truly get your tree registered.
And what is the address again?
We are at Facebook, Shine on Chillicothe, and on Instagram, and our website is shineonchillicothe.org.
All right, shineonchillicothe.org is where
Yes.
you want to go. And check them out on Facebook and Instagram. It was really cool watching a lot of the organizations starting to decorate their own trees and share those on social media. It made us get into the Christmas spirit, although it was early in the year.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun for us on the day of putting the trees up.
Very exciting.
And when we go pick them up, I want to do a little pitch to our tree farmer, which is Psalms Tree Farm in Amanda. They're amazing people. We've used them the last few years. And they have the most beautiful trees I've ever seen. I'm serious. Even if you're looking for a Christmas tree for yourself personally, please go visit their farm. They're so good to us. But the day we pick those up and put them up in the park is a big fun day for all of us, just to know it's happening.
Yeah.
And
Now, as we mentioned, we're in September now, but your decorating begins in October.
Yes, first week of October.
And the lights don't get turned on officially until November 21st. So that's a lot of work.
it is. And we also have a volunteer system now. We've gotten better at organizing our volunteers. So there's a form on our social media pages. If you want to volunteer to help with putting the lights up, we are totally welcoming anybody for that. And there's a form on there that tells you when we decorate, where to show up, and then we try to get the person's contact information. So if we have to cancel a day or something, we can. But all people are welcome to help us.
Absolutely.
We're a group of 10 volunteers that do this with all the muscle power we have, and sometimes it's not
You can
enough.
always use help.
Yeah. And we're talking about, 45 days of display. It starts on November 21st and goes through the first week of January.
Yeah, we shut the lights off January 1st. The city shuts the lights off. That's another thing I want to pitch for the city. They give us 24/7 power to keep that display on all night long, every day, clear up until January 1st. So that's a huge, huge contribution to our effort.
Yes.
And that's understandable, because who stands to benefit? We do by looking at it, but so does the city of Chillicothe as well,
Absolutely.
because that brings a lot of people.
It really
to our,
does.
Downtown area.
It really does. And we're still on the Ohio.org Lights Trail, which, they spotlight spectacular light displays all around this state, so people know where they can travel and see different. And ours is free. A lot of those on that trail, they charge to get in. But that's another thing that we do for our community. We really are against charging to see that display. So.
I remember the mayor talking in this would have been last year about that time, about how many people were going through the park, and he was just blown away by the number counts.
Yeah.
Because they put the little counter things down on the roadway, and their cars go over it, and it keeps track. So
it absolutely, and that's just the car traffic. There's a lot of foot traffic too.
There is,
People that live, park up downtown and then walk down. So
and the thousands that are downtown on the open house kickoff, always a lot of fun.
That's really great.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And if someone wants to get involved again, certainly reach out through your website and also, again, your Facebook or Instagram. And get ready for Christmas, folks. I mean, we're shining already right here from my shoulders.
I love that.
So, and a big thank you to our community as well.
Definitely.
Anything that we've missed?
I don't think so. Come see Santa.
Just come see us. Yeah, Santa will be there. He's a big part of our opening night.
Yes.
The biggest part of our opening night.
Well, looking forward to it. Again, that's November 21st. But if you see them down in the park setting things up, give them a howdy when you go through the park as well. Nancy Gomez and also Lisa Wayland, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Shine on Chillicothe. Coming up in a moment, we have another special edition for you. Stick close for that. But thank you again to Pickaway-Ross Career and Technology Center Adult Education for providing this program on Litter Media Live.